Alright guys, hello, welcome one more time to Medicina Isiderum. Here I am. We are going on adventure today. We are going to Cregagh Glen, which is a nice little forest park with a fall, like a little waterfall. And we're gonna do this because it's the 20th of June this year, 2024, and it is the summer solstice. So we're gonna do a little celebration. So we're gonna see if I can sort of like bathe myself in the waterfall if it's not too cold, or at least dip my feet, or at least get a bit of the water. So yeah, let's go. In the rainforest, shadows dance free, mystical whispers echo through the trees. All right, we're here after not a long drive. So it was like 5 minutes or 8 minutes. It was really close. So I'm gonna show you a little bit of the neighborhood, I guess, before we enter the park. All right, here we are. Going. Actually, this park is really like surrounded by big avenues. So it's not the most picturesque scenery ever, but the houses are quite cute, actually. And here we are. Cregagh Glen. It's pronounced Cregagh Glen. Let's try and go in. So slight change of plan, guys. Cregagh Glen was actually closed, as you saw. It was fenced. Apparently they are sort of like preparing it for the summer. It said it was closed since the 17th of June for 4 weeks. So basically they're gonna waste all the summer with the place closed. So that's quite sad, and I really hope that by the end of July or in August I can come back and visit it, because it's absolutely gorgeous. In fact, I'm gonna try and sneak in through the back side, which is where I am now. So you see that wee door there is a path that will lead us to somewhere else. But before I tell you that, I will tell you that the drive here was absolutely terrifying. The little country roads in Northern Ireland are terrifying. See that? Well, that is a 60-mile-per-hour country road, as you can see, and it's twists and turns. It is all the way up, like inclines that are like, I don't know, 80 degrees. Absolutely nuts. I feared for my life. No, I don't want to worry anybody, because then I have my family listening to these videos and they worry, but I'm fine. It's just very terrifying. It's difficult, and next time probably I won't do it on my own. At least Tom, my partner, who is from here, he's used to driving in this kind of roads. But the thing is that I'm here, and that's good news. And where I am it's actually a fairy mound, Lisnabreeny, and this is where we are. We are gonna do the wee country road until we get to the fairy mound and the fairy ring. So even if I don't get to visit the waterfalls today, at least I get to visit a fairy mound, and I am happy with that. So I'm gonna pick up all my stuff that I brought to have fun there, and I'm gonna show you around. Okay, I hope that this place is open, unlike the other one. Yes, it is. So here it is, stay on the right side. Well, let me see if we get a name for the place in here. Sorry, did I say Lisnabreeny? Was it Lisnabreeny? Maybe everything that I say doesn't count, because I got it all wrong. It might be Lisnabreeny Mound, but I'll confirm that when we are in. For now, you get to enjoy this with me. Oh God, look at this. So there's a crazy road behind me, but in here, as you can see, and here, there's nothing, and there is a lovely silence, getting quieter and quieter as I walk in. By the way, look at these Crocs. They are the absolute best. Super comfortable and so cool. My Goth Crocs. It smells like countryside in here. It smells kind of lovely. And over here, they actually have access to the mount itself. Look at this entrance. Ah, so nice. It was difficult to get here, but it was definitely worth it. There's two ways. We can go this way, or we can go the pretty way, so let's choose the pretty way. I hope that there's nobody in here today. And this will be the mount. As you can see, it's a circle and it's man-made. It has been done as a circle on purpose. I think I'm just gonna sit and chill for a while in here and then think if there's a way I can approach another area. I know that this area connects, it's fantastic and magical the way that sort of like country connects, country paths connect with each other. And I know that there's a way that we can go back, go through the mountain and all the way back to the Cregagh Park, at least to the entrance if it's closed. So I might just do that, but for a minute I'm just gonna take a beat and rest, maybe under that tree there. It looks beautiful, or those there. You can always tell it's the summer because the buttercup is out. This is such a summer solstice flower on its color, on its golden yellow, like the sun, representing the force and the healing power of the sun. It's beautiful how they grow all by the end of May and June. I don't want to be too far away from the camera because I haven't brought a microphone, so I really hope that you can hear me well. So I just wanted to sit down here and reflect for a little bit, since this year, 2024, has been quite a different year for me. First of all, for those of you who know me, you will know, and for those of you who don't know me, you will find out now that I've been planning since I've been here, since 2020 when I arrived here. I have always planned to move to a sunnier place, to a warmer place, and that place is Spain. We want to move with my partner, and this year might be the year, after 4 years of working out of finding the courage, of saving up really and trying to make enough money for us to move. I think that we're finally ready. There are many opportunities that I am sort of like juggling around now. I'm talking job opportunities, and really my being here today is a summer solstice ritual is always to ask for prosperity, for the new sun cycle, So until next year at this time, which is the energetic cusp of the year, the longest day, the longest hours of sun and the shortest night is today, the solstice. So it's the moment to sort of like, you could say sow the seeds, but at the same time you can also plant the seeds. I feel like I can plant the seeds. I feel like coming here today to a sacred place is a way of asking for prosperity for the new cycle, for this year and the next year until June. So I think cycles work a lot like that, not necessarily at the end of the year in Christmas or New Year's. I think there's different cycles that you can take advantage of, and in fact these are the two big sort of like shifts of the year, the summer solstice and the winter solstice, and around Christmas or Yule, or well, the winter solstice, wind. So I'm here today so that I can have, alright, I'll say my wish to the wind. I want to have prosperity, I want to have good luck, I want to get the job, my dream job that will get me to Spain this year, that I'm waiting to hear from. And I also want motivation, good luck and determination in all my endeavors. Off to the wind, off to the world and the universe. So I think I'm gonna try now, before it's later and before I'm more tired, to get to the mountain path so I can show you that. And maybe then when I'm coming back I'll sit in here for a wee tarot reading. Well, not tarot, but I really wanted to do an oracle reading for myself and a little bit of journaling. I brought my journal, I brought a couple of oracles, and so I wanted to do like a new cycle, as I was telling you, reading. But first let's get a wee bit of a walk for fun and for exercise. I do want to stress out how good it is to walk with Crocs for trekking, for a hike, because I know a lot of people are going to be offended because like I'm not a Croc person. I didn't think I was a Croc person either, so I've been sort of like googling if it was worth buying them or not, and you know, the reviews were very mixed and people really, look, there's cows. There's a lot of them and they're very curious about who I am, so I'm gonna try to be chill. And I'm gonna show you this trail in a minute. So the reviews were very varied and people were saying that they're really not good for hiking. And I would say, I mean, it depends what type of hiking. They're not super stable, mostly these, because they have platform, but they're quite comfortable. Like with a road like this, which is like pebble stone and just sort of like flat. This is not like it's a hike, but it's not a climb. You know, I'm not climbing rocks. I wouldn't use them for climbing rocks because of the instability, but they're quite good for this type of walk. And they're super cushy, so they feel soft and lovely. I'm scared that a cow is just gonna come through a bush. But they wander lovely. Okay, I'll show you the path now. Spilling all my water here. It is quite late in the day, at least for here. It's 5:30. And in Belfast, and fairly in all of Northern Ireland, nobody does anything else with their day after 5 or 5:30. You can see a bit of the city over there. But yeah, people sort of finish their day at 5:30. They have the dinner, and only people who are going out for the pubs will still be out. But mostly you will find this place is completely barren at this time. There's only me and the cows. As I I literally just saw something around the corner of my eye. Hello. Hello, baby. Ooh. So yeah, I just saw something walk past me around the corner of my eye. Just saw, I literally thought I had a person over my shoulder, but no, there was nothing. So, oh, he was so cute. He was so cute. Yes. I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to her. Or him. Is it a her or is it a him? I think you're gorgeous. I want to be your friend. You have a pink neb and pink eyes. So, this is the mountain path. We've been here before with Tom. I'm gonna sort of like expand that. There you go. Now you can see a proper view of the Irish countryside. Look at that. We've been here with Tom actually 2 years ago, I think, in 2022, and I really wanted to come back, and I tried to convince him to come with me, but he didn't want to today because he's been running and his legs were sore and whatever. So I thought, never mind, it's gonna be my thing anyway, it's gonna be my ritual, so I'm gonna do it on my own. But yeah, it's been quite long since I was here the last time. It's quite warm, it's lovely. The wind is nice. Oh, there's a nice bench here, sort of like a viewpoint. Because I'm thinking that now I'm gonna have to climb this back up. So for those of you who don't know this, I have a travel and sort of like walking about YouTube separate from this, because we go places with Tom and we go on holidays, and well, you're gonna see absolutely everything about our moving to Spain when we move to Spain, hopefully in August this year. And I'm putting it out for the first time because that's it, it's gotta go, it's gotta be. And so you're gonna see everything about our moving. It's called Tom and Lulu Travel. It's in my channel, you're gonna see it. It's linked at the beginning of my the portrait sort of page on my channel, and yeah, and in there we share most of the walks and the countryside sort of routes that we do, and we're definitely going to share everything about me moving. I'm definitely going to let you know in here because it's going to be a big trip, but then I'm going to send you there because it's all going to be there, because I didn't want the content to be mixed with what I do here. This strangely has become a video about me, who I am, for those of you who don't know me yet. So I'm kind of saying a bit about my life today, which wasn't the idea. It was supposed to be a video in the falls, just that. But it's nice, I think, to talk to those of you who are new to this channel, or those of you who are following since a while ago but you don't know my story. So I hope it's fun. Look at that. Moving on now. Well, this is going way down, so I really hope I am strong enough to come all the way back up. That's another bench there with a nice view. Yeah, you see, this is where the crocs get a little bit like, you have to be careful because this is very loose, so you sort of have to be careful. So I'm gonna leave you here and we're gonna see if we can enter the rest of the park later on, but I'm gonna enjoy a little bit of the sun and the landscape. Well, that's a good omen. He's going away, but we scarab in the way. I say it's a good omen. Look at this. You will swear there's nobody around here. It's all the countryside for yourself. It's a lovely path that, if I'm not mistaken, leads to a forest. So we'll see if we can get there. The smell of nettles here is incredible. And look at this guy. Lovely. Always graffiti. It's all nettles everywhere. I have a few paths to choose from. So this is, if I'm not mistaken, the cross. Sorry for moving the camera, I'm just holding so many things. So you cross here, and this is the secret back entrance to Cregagh, so sure, let's have a wee eye. Let's be very careful here, crossing the road. Yeah, I think I'm going now. Alright, and yeah, it's accessible from here. Oh my god. You know, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but I think we might see some waterfall today. Just gonna be very silent in case there's someone here who, like an authority, and they don't want us to be in here. But enjoy the view. Alright, so here we are. There is not as much waterfall as I was hoping for. I could try and approach the water, and maybe I will. It's not a perfect path at all, but sure, watch me do something crazy. The question is how. Because it's quite muddy. It's quite muddy going down, and so I'm not sure I'm gonna have the grip to come back up. It's really not that far. But it's the climbing aspect that I'm not very confident, the climbing back. Let's try. No, let's not try. Fuck me. Yeah, no, the Crocs are definitely not good climbing shoes. Let's try and get another spot, maybe. All real life. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Oh yes, I'm definitely gonna dip my feet in here. Let's go. Let's do it. That's exactly what I needed. That refreshment from the well. It's very cold. I am having the time of my life. That water is definitely freezing cold and those rocks are sharp. But sure, I just came here to play in the waterfall, so I am really happy. Okay, so God, I'm a mess. I'm all mossy. I'm all wet. Oh, look at these rocks. Oh, look at these rocks. Amazing. And what an adventure it is to just feel wild in contact with nature. It's the perfect day for this because it's not cold. So I think I'm just gonna spend a little bit more of time here. And then we'll head back because we have a long walk back to the ferry mount, and maybe do a little oracle reading in the ferry mount. At this point I just want to thank this place for being so beautiful. I really wanted to take some water from the fall today, but being here I feel like I don't need it. Also I feel that this part of the water is a bit muddy, and my idea with the water was to make a flower essence that, you know, for beauty, and to wash yourself with it. And I have already washed my face with it, so I think that that's accomplished. So I don't think I need to take any water. So I did bring a towel, so I'm gonna dry my feet, put my shoes back, and we're gonna head back. This might be quite silly to say, but for a minute there playing with the water, I felt quite primordial. I felt quite, you know, what if I lived here? And I realized just all the fear that we have to wilderness and to wild, include myself, just to everything. It's nice to get in contact with these places and sort of realize how much we aren't in contact with these places in our day-to-day life. So I felt quite primordial, like before we had TV and before we had video games, and all we did was this, sort of jump around in the forest, play around with the water. And it's a really nice experience for a summer solstice, I think. It's beautiful. The water is quite cold, ice cold, but after a while you kind of get used to it. And also how my feet hurt at the beginning with the rocks, and then they sort of also adapted to them and it started being easier. So it's all that feeling of merging with nature and how distant we usually are with our shoes and our clothes and our comfort, and how nice it is to just put your body in direct contact with nature. So I'm really pleased with this experience, and I'm going to show you a little bit on the way back to the car. Okay guys, let's go climb back. This is gonna be a long way. So wish me luck, wish me strength. Hopefully I'll get the strength from the waterfall. Here we go, all the way up there. Another little view of the small fall. This is called a Glen, not a waterfall. It's just a small water drop. I'm tired and I'm warm and humid and I feel great. So let's go back to the fairy mount to complete our adventure for the summer solstice. Alright, there's some people ahead, so I'm not gonna bother them with my filming. I want to show you this spot. Okay guys, look at me, I'm a mess. I'm back to the car. That walk back was a bitch. It was all the way up. My phone is about to die. I have like 2% battery. So yeah, I couldn't show you any more footage. This was a beautiful experience. I came back and I had a lot of reflections, which for sure I'm gonna write down in my diary and my journal. And all the thoughts that go into my journal go to my podcast. So whenever my podcast is released, you'll be able to hear my thoughts and my reflections for sure, from a lot of subjects. I am really hoping to have that out very soon, probably in a month or two, hopefully in a month. But I think I'm gonna finish this video here. My phone is currently charging with the car, and I'm just gonna go back home, and I feel renewed. I feel that I got what I came here to look for, and I am very pleased with it. So thank you very much for watching if you watched all the way to here, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.